Hello everyone, this is Haider here, Master in the Mechanical Engineering and CAD Designer. In the lesson of today we will talk about the mesh options and mesh settings in the SolidWorks. First of all, you need to see the simulation tab here. If you couldn't see the simulation tab and you are sure that you installed the SolidWorks Simulation package, so you need to first of all to see the SolidWorks add-ins by right-click here and check the SolidWorks add-ins. Okay, then you go and click on SolidWorks add-ins and then click on SolidWorks Simulation. Then again go to Simulation like that. Now go to Study Advisor, click here at this arrow, then New Study, select a new study. After that we will deal with the static in this case. Okay, select static, then okay. Now right click on the mesh and you can see this many options we can select from this window and from this menu. Create mesh. Okay, click on create mesh. Now from mesh density, if you select if you move this slider to define, of course you will get more divisions, and but this will take a long time for calculations, and if you move the slider to the coarse we will get less divisions and this will take less time. But of course in case of fine you will get more accurate results. Okay, you can open mesh parameters by click here, and also you can see when you move this slider the number here will change. Okay, this is the number of the division or the distance between two lines. See, when I move the slider this number is changed. Also the ratio will change. Also the ratio will affect the distance between the one figure of the mesh and the second figure of the mesh. Okay, and here we can see the measure in inch. You can change it to millimeter, centimeter, meter, and so on. We select millimeter for example. Also if you want to reset, click on reset and the slider will back to the original shape. Also this is called standard mesh. If we select standard mesh, this will apply for the shapes just like planar shapes, simple shapes, but in case of our shape the better is select curvature based mesh. This is very helpful for the parts and shapes that has more curves just like this shape. Okay, see like that. Now if we click OK, you can see this window for generating mesh. I will pause for a while. Now you can see the mesh generated just like that. Of course the SolidWorks use the tetrahedral meshing. This is the good systems and easy for use and can get good and accurate results by using tetrahedral. Okay, if you want to make a zoom and you can see just like that, like a triangle. Okay, now go again to the mesh, right click and select create mesh. As I said before, for this part you can select curvature based mesh. This is very good for these shapes when the shape has more curves just like that. And you can see if you make now directly select OK. See, the transition is more slightly and more good and beautiful, and of course the size here in this mesh is different from here. Here is less and small and good for results, but here is large. Okay, this is happened when we select curvature instead of standard. Okay, now if you want, let's make a zoom out. Now if you want to make a different size for such a different shape, or let us say for this face, okay, now go to mesh, right click, then select apply mesh control. Okay, and now from selected entities, select any face, any part you want, any face in this part, let's say this. Okay, and from here change it to millimeter and change this number, let us say 0.5, and this ratio, leave this ratio 1.5. now select OK. Already we selected this face, but nothing happened unless you go to mesh again and create mesh and select OK directly. Now you can see the new size of mesh have been applied to this face, and you can make zoom. Okay, see the difference between this mesh and this mesh. So in this procedure, in this method, you can make a different size for any face, any part, anything in the drawing, okay, by using the control. See, click here, this is mesh control. You can add another control, or you can edit the same control by right click. First of all, open this, then right click on control 1, then you can select edit definition if you want to edit the size of this mesh, okay, or you can add another control, right click and apply mesh control for another part, let us say this part. In the selected entities, select this, okay, then let us say here 1 millimeter, okay, so nothing happened unless you go to mesh again and create mesh. After that, make sure this is curvature based mesh selected here. After that, you select OK. Okay, now as you can see the difference between this mesh and this mesh and this. So this is very helpful method to change the size of mesh in any face, any surface, anything you want. So again, right click here. For the advisor, there is nothing unless there is a window, okay, happen here for advisor and some tips. Okay, simplify modeler for meshing. If you click it, of course there is also a window here and you can change the amount just like that. This is help in some complicated parts to make it less complicated. Okay, you can change this amount. Now leave it. Again, right click, create mesh and mesh and run. Mesh and run, first of all you need to put a material for this part. Second thing, click on mesh and run. When you click on mesh and run, directly will pop up the window here without go to the settings, just like in create mesh. Here there is no need for going to the settings, but directly go to the window and make the procedure for getting the mesh. Okay, details, there is a window here, popping a window here. There is more details. This is very helpful in the making of a project or research. This is very useful information about this part and the mesh here, just like study name and mesh type and measure used and Jacobian points, mesh control and so on. Also you can hide mesh like that or show. Okay, also you can hide all control symbols. You can show all control symbols or you can copy this mesh, okay, for another part. Also in the create mesh plot, you can select create mesh plot. After that, from this, if you select mesh and OK, there is nothing but this points. You can see this point, okay, in the mesh, and this point, okay, just like a plot, and you can watch the distribution of mesh just like that. And here, this is mesh quality 1. Also, if you select again create mesh plot and select aspect ratio and then OK, you can see this drawing just like that, and distribution of mesh under aspect ratio. But this is without any lots, without any supports, without anything, just depending on the distributed of the mesh. Okay, thank you and see you in the next tutorial.